Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Chad back with another video. Back on Angel Time. I want to first ask if you guys get the like button on the way into the video. Doesn't cost you a thing, but it means everything to me. And if you guys are liking the content, subscribe to the tribe. Alright, so let's get up. If you guys looking at the title of the video, I named it Vices That Causes Relapses. Vices that causes relapses. And yes, like usually before you're about to relapse, you are doing something that leads up to that relapse. Like in fact, a lot of brothers that relapse are usually doing these things I'm going to name off in this video, man. So that's why I want to make this video for you guys. Vices that causes relapses, man. So without further ado, let's get it. Let's go. And first is social media. And yes, man, social media is the biggest cause of relapse for any man out there. Like, because as you guys know, every time you go on the TikTok or on the Instagram or on the Facebook or on the Twitter or even YouTube nowadays, I'm starting to see some of these women putting out explicit YouTube thumbnails and all that type of stuff to grow out their business or for people to watch their videos and all that type of stuff, man. But to the point, every time you turn around, man, it's some type of sexually explicit photo. Where you go on the Instagram or the Twitter and all that type of stuff, all the booty shaking and all that type of stuff, man. Like I said, this world is very over sexualized nowadays, and it is a crazy thing. Like, in fact, I almost got caught up 2 days ago because I was scrolling on YouTube, man, and this woman, like, she had a thumbnail. She was in the wilderness with some booty shorts on, man, and that thumbnail just showed her cakes, man, and I was just glued in at them cakes for a minute, and I just started getting thoughts in my head, man. But like I said, it's not, and this is not by mistake nowadays, because as you guys know, man, everything is over sexualized, man. They trying to make men out there, they want men to be out there fapping and fornicating outside of marriage, like doing all types of sexual immorality. Like, it's not by coincidence, but yeah, like I said, it's a crazy thing, man. I can't look online without seeing some type of booty shaking, some type of lingerie pic, some type of just sexual perversion in general, man. And it's a crazy thing. But on the contrary, man, there are a lot of resources for us men out there to combat this type of stuff. Like, I'm starting to see app blockers, accountability apps, like accountability partners. A lot of good stuff, man. Like, a lot of good stuff, a lot of resources, a lot of site blockers and all that type of stuff if you want to combat this type of stuff. So that's a good thing. And also, I say this all the time, like especially for the Instagram, like when those booty shaking videos or those girls wearing those scantily clad clothes and all that type of stuff, when those type of stuff come up on your feed, you can hit the block button, you can hit the dislike button, you can hit the report button and all that good jazz, and it's not going to show up as much. Like, of course, some going to slip in there every now and again, but at least you're not going to be bombarded with it as if you didn't. But like, to the point, man, everything is over sexualized nowadays. Like, even me, man, I can't go on YouTube, man, and this is my job is YouTube, man. I can't go on YouTube without seeing stuff nowadays. Like, everything is over sexualized. But to the point I'm trying to make, man, cut it off, man. Anything that's going to cause you to anything that's going to cause you to relapse, man, cut it off. It's not relapsing. It's not worth relapsing in this journey. Like, especially to women that you don't know, especially to a woman, like I said, women on Instagram, women booty shaking and all that type of stuff, man. You don't need to be releasing to these type of women, man. These are attention 304s and women that's just going to chuck you for your energy and all that type of stuff. Any type of woman that's willing to put her body out there on the whole world for the whole world to see, that is not worth your release at the end of the day, man. It's not worth it at all, man. Like I said, and a lot of brothers fall victim to that, man. A lot of brothers, man. In fact, like, a lot of brothers tell me, man, yo, I'll just be minding my business and I'm just scrolling on the Instagram or the Twitter or something like that, and then I see one of those sexually explicit images or one of those booty shaking videos, all that type of stuff, and that's what causes me to relapse, man. But like I said, it is a crazy thing, and this is not by coincidence. This is by design, man. It's all just to get you to be sexually immoral, and it's all just used to just lead you down the path of destruction at the end of the day, which we don't want to be, man. So, yes, man, social media is the biggest thing in this journey, man. Cut it off, cut it off. Go to those app blockers or those other resources that I named off, man, or even resources that you may know, man. Cut it off, man. It is not worth it, man. It is not worth fapping over some woman that you don't even know, man. Like, leave that stuff alone. Leave that for those low vibrational people, man. We are kings over here, man, and only queens deserve our energy, man. So, yeah, man, that is the first vice that causes relapses on this semen retention journey, man. Social media. And next is drugs and alcohol. And yes, this is also another thing that causes relapses in this journey. Like, in fact, like I tell the story all the time about the brother, and I'm gonna keep telling it, man. It was a brother. He was on this journey for a year and a half, man, going a year and a half strong on this journey, man. He went to a Labor Day party, and he started drinking, and then next thing you know, he hit the blunt, and then next thing you know, he got up with something that night, man. And he's very regretful for what he did, man. But what led to it, man, it was the drugs and the alcohol at the end of the day. Because as you guys know, man, when your mind is impaired, you just want to do everything, man. Like, you're not thinking logically and thinking in the moment like you would be if your mind is sober, man. And even the scriptures say, man, be sober and be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is walking around like a lion trying to get you and all that type of stuff. You guys know the scripture, man. Of course, I'll just paraphrase that, but I'll just leave the scripture, man, just for the Pharisees out there. But you know the scriptures I'm talking about, man. But to the point, like I said, man, those drugs and alcohol is going to lead you down a path of destruction, man. And I always get somebody that talk about the weed. Yo, I'll be on weed. I'll be smoking weed, man. I never relapsed in my journey, man. Kudos to you, my brother, man. I'm not here to fight with you on that. If you want to continue to do drugs, it's your life, man. But to the point, man, like I said, to my brothers out there, man, the weed is going to just cause you to err at the end of the day. It's like I said earlier, it's you're not thinking in your logical mind, man. Like I said, it's impairment at the end of the day, which you don't want to be in, man. You got to be thinking in your logical mind, man, and being present in the moment, man. Not high out your brain, man, and that's going to cause you not to be thinking properly, and then you start making decisions that you wouldn't have normally make, man. You don't want to do that. And also with the drinking, like I don't drink personally myself. It was never my thing, but you can have a drink. Like, even in the Bible, Jesus turned water to wine. You can have a drink, but it's when you're drunk that's when the problems come. Like when you stumbling, leaning over, and throwing up on yourself, you know, that type of stuff, man. That is going to lead you down the path of destruction. Like, in fact, I remember a lot of women I used to get with, man. Like, every time they used to be off the Henny or be off the Patron or be off the whatever, man, they used to be a lot more hornier. Or even just people I knew, man. Like, a lot of people, once they get off that Henny, that just it just makes them horny and all that type of stuff, which you don't want to be, especially in this semen retention journey, man. We trying to be on point, man. You don't want to give any room for the devil to get in, man. And that alcohol and that weed is definitely a little all Satan needs is that little thing, man. And that weed and that alcohol is that little thing that Satan needs. But to the whole point I'm trying to make, man, the drugs and alcohol is definitely causes a lot of relapses in this journey, man, which we don't want in this journey at all, man. We got to always be sober-minded at all times, man, because like I said, anything that's going to cause you to have like impairment with your mind and your thinking and your decision making and all that type of stuff is going to cause you to err in this journey. And like I said with the brother earlier, man, he was on a good streak, man, year and a half, seeing all the benefits and all that good jazz, man, but thrown all the way just because he went to that party and he started with the drinking and the smoking, and that led him down the path of destruction, which we don't want to be in this journey, man. So yes, man, that is also another big thing that causes relapses in this journey, man. Drugs and alcohol. And next is food. And yes, this is an underrated relapse causer in this semen retention journey, because I don't know what they putting in this food nowadays, but I'm finding myself getting more woodies. I'm finding myself being horny, and even going back to the drugs and alcohol, man. Like brother say, yo, I was off that Henny and I got a with old girl. Like, sometimes when I'm off that McDonald's, it makes me want to get up with old girl and all that type of stuff, man. I don't know what they are putting in this food. And also, one thing that I noticed, every time I have a wet dream, my wet dreams be on my cheat days. Like, because as you guys know, for myself, I usually eat clean 6 days out of the week. Like, usually chicken and rice, beef and rice, fish and rice, and a vegetable or something like that. Like, I try to keep my diet super clean throughout the week. So by the time the Sabbath comes, like, I'll just eat whatever I want. Like, I'll eat the McDonald's, the Burger Kings, the chicken and Chinese chicken and rice and all that type of stuff. For my New Yorkers out there, man, them 4 chicken wings and fried rice, man, be hitting, man. But yeah, man, like I said, on my cheat day, I always eat whatever I want. And I usually get a lot of wet dreams on my treat days, man. My wet dreams usually come on my cheat days, or just days, even if I didn't wait to my cheat day and I just find myself indulging in the week. A lot of wet dreams happen during those days, man, which is a crazy thing. But to the point, yes, food is definitely an underrated thing in this journey, man. And also a lot of brothers, because I had a brother in my life, was requesting that I make a video about how food causes relapses, man. And this is actually what made me cause this point. I mean, break this point, because, like I said, food is definitely an underrated thing in this journey, man. Like, watch what you guys are eating at the end of the day. Like, with these highly processed foods, these extra sugar foods, these high fructose corn syrup, and all that type of stuff. Watch that type of stuff. That causes a lot of woodies and all that type of stuff. We don't need to be getting no woodies if you're on semen retention. And also the dopamine effect at the end of the day, man. Like, remember when we was out there with the what's they call it, the itis at the end of the day. Like, when we used to eat, when you eat something good and you just get into that mode and all that type of stuff. Like, how dopamine works in the body. Once you have dopamine in one area of your life, you're gonna want dopamine in other areas in your life, man. So imagine getting out with a girl and then eating some good food, man. Like, that's gonna cause you to want to do it again, man, and which we don't want to have in this journey, man. Like, you guys know, the mind is a crazy thing, man. But to the whole point I'm trying to make, man, yes, man, food is definitely an underrated cause of this journey, man. A lot of brothers relapse after they just ate something unhealthy or they slipped off their diet or all that type of stuff, man, which we don't want to have in this journey, man. Like, eat as clean as you possibly can. Have your cheat day, but also be mindful of what you put in your body, because, like I said, all those highly fructose corn syrup and them high carbs and the high trans fat and all that type of stuff, man, is going to lead you down the path of destruction. Like, even myself, it's even me talking to myself, man, because the servant is not better than the master. Even, like I said, every time when the Sabbath come, when I find myself eating ice cream and all that type of stuff, man, I usually will get a wet dream, or I usually be extra horny out the blue, man. And yes, man, thank you to that brother for pointing out the food component, man. Yes, this is also a very underrated thing, man. Nobody is talking about this, and it's definitely going to cause you to err in this journey, man. So watch, you guys out there, definitely watch the food that you take, man. The food should be just up there, like with the drugs and the alcohol, man. Like, watch that type of stuff, man. Like, it's a crazy thing. But yes, man, that is also another underrated thing that causes relapses in your semen retention journey, man. Food. And next is music. And yes, this is also something that causes people to relapse in the semen retention journey. And this is also another underrated thing, because in the semen retention journey, we always talk about your eye gates. Like, stop looking at porno, stop watching things that's going to cause you to err and all that type of stuff. But music is another thing, man. You got to protect your eye gates and your ear gates, man. Like, the things that you're listening to is also going to cause you to make you want to hit up old girl, or make you want to fap and all that type of stuff, man. Like, as you guys know, music is a very powerful thing. Music has nostalgia and all that good jazz, man. And when you're listening to a certain type of music, that's going to trigger certain type of emotions and trigger past nostalgia and all that type of stuff. Like, you don't want to do that, man. And, like, in fact, I was listening to a song the other day, man, Ignition by R. Kelly, man. Not the remix, the original, man. And it came up to that part, man. We off up in the Jeep, we fogging up the windows, we got the radio up, we all up in the back, we got the bouncing, we going up and down. Yeah. You guys know the song. Yes, man. And that took me back to a place, man. Like, I think I lost my V to that song back when I was in 7th grade, man. I lost my V. I think that was a song I lost my V to, man. And that brought me back to a place, man, when I was in 7th grade and I was doing my thing with I'm not gonna say her name, with the girl I lost my V to, man. But yeah, man, like nostalgia is a big thing, man, and music is big on nostalgia, man, because it's gonna take you back to that point, man, which you don't want to be in this journey, man. So, like, as we watch our eye gates, we definitely got to watch our ear gates too, man. And that's another sneaky thing in this journey, man. Anything that's going to cause you to err, cut it off, man. Secular music, cut it off, man. And yeah, secular music does not always mean hip hop, R&B, and all that type of stuff, man. Any type of music, man. Because if you're listening to Smokey Robinson, if you're listening to the Temptations, if you're listening to the Supremes, and they're talking about sex under the moon and making love until the sunrise and all that type of stuff, that is secular music, man. If you're listening to the blues, if you're listening to Mozart, Beethoven, the requiems and all that type of stuff, that is secular music also, man. Like, even if you're listening to country music, man, and he's talking about his boss fired him, so he's gonna go back to his job to kill his boss, like, that is secular music also, man. So don't just think that secular music just means rap, hip hop, and all that type of stuff. Like, nah, man, secular music comes in all different types of forms, man. Jazz, very big on secular music, because jazzers love making music at the end of the day. Jazz is very romantic, man. So anything that's causing you to err, like don't do it, man. But to the whole point I'm trying to make, man, music is definitely another underrated killer in the semen retention journey, man. You gotta protect your ear gates just like you protect your eye gates, man. Like how you're not gonna want to watch the websites and all that type of stuff, man. The same thing when you hear that secular music come on, man. Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. It is not worth relapsing, man. Like especially if that song is gonna bring you some type of nostalgia like it did for me and like how it does for other brothers, man. Don't do it, man. Like you don't want your mind to go back to that old life that you used to live, man. Like we living in a new life now, man. So yes, man, that is also another thing that causes relapse in the semen retention journey, man. Music. And lastly is friends. And I got a scripture for you guys, and I'm here in Proverbs 13:20, and it says, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed," man. And what do we always talk about in our life, man? You are going to be the company. You are the sum of the company of the people that you're around, man. So if you're hanging around people that just want to be low vibrational and chase women around all day and make their life just about releasing, man, you're going to just be the same type of person that they are, man, which we don't want to be in this journey. In fact, I'll tell you guys about my friends, man. That was all we was doing. That was a sport to us at one point, man. Get fly, get girls. Get fly, get girls, repeat. That was all we was worried about, man. Releasing, like, which is low vibration at the end of the day. But yes, man, like I said, and when I was amongst them, I was a fool, man. But once I stopped chilling around them and all that type of stuff, man, I became wise, man. So yes, man, you definitely gotta be mindful of the people that you hang around, man. Those low vibrational people, cut them off, cut them off, cut them off. They're just gonna lead you to err, and they're just gonna lead you down a path of destruction. Like, and not only, man, they're gonna be trying to tempt you, they're gonna be trying to peer pressure you and all that type of stuff, man. What you don't want in this journey. Nah, man, cut them off, man. You got to be around like-minded people, man. There's even a scripture that says, "Light has no fellowship with darkness," man. And yeah, man, you gotta have people. If you're on angel time, man, you gotta be around people that's on angel time also, not these demon time people. Not 99% of the men out there nowadays. You cannot be around these people, man. Like have no fellowship with darkness, man. You're not supposed to be around these people. And I believe that's the same scripture that says you're not supposed to be equally yoked. That's the same scripture, yes. Same scripture, yes. You're not supposed to be equally yoked with those type of people anyway, man. Like, like we gotta be around like-minded people, man, on angel time. And other brothers, you gotta be around other brothers that's on angel time too, like I don't know, demon time and all that type of stuff, chasing women around and just being low vibrational, man. But to the whole point I'm trying to make, man, any friend, anybody that's caused you to err, anybody that's going to tempt you, anybody that's going to make fun of you, give you backhanded compliments, you know, that type of stuff, just because you're on semen retention, man, cut them off, cut them off, cut them off, man. Like there's even a scripture that says, when you're out there doing the will of God, man, you become God's friend, man, which we all need to be in this journey, man. Friends with the Ancient of Days, man. That is my best friend nowadays, man. I talk to him every day. I pray to him every day. I try to follow his law, statutes, and commandments to the best of my abilities, man, like a friend would do, man. If you got friends out there, wouldn't you want a friend to be doing your will and all that type of stuff, man? Wouldn't you want a friend that's going to have your best interests and all that type of stuff, man? That's the type of friend you need to be around, man. And a friend helps out a friend at the end of the day. And a friend is on the same journey as you, man. So yes, man, not around, like you cannot be around low vibrational people on your semen retention journey. They only going to cause you to err, man. And matter of fact, low vibrational people, they're going to be having the drugs and the alcohol, man. They not eating right at the end of the day. They're going to be listening to that secular music, man. And their life is just going to be around being on social media and all that type of stuff. Trying to be Instagram lit and all that type of stuff, man. Like I said, to the whole point, cut them off, cut them off, cut them off. Anything, anybody, anything that's caused you to err, man, cut it off, man. It's not worth relapsing in this journey because of some friends, man. Low vibrational friends at that, man. It is not worth it in this journey, man. So let's do a quick wrap up the vices that causes relapses in your semen retention journey. And first is social media. Second is drugs and alcohol. Third is food. Fourth is music. And lastly is friends, man. So that wraps up the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share my video out. Also check out my other content. First, go right to Most High. Then get on Angel Time.